It's the Brian Lehrer Show on WNYC. Good morning again, everyone. Once again, this membership drive, we're having a 10-question quiz every day around this time to break things up a little and have a little fun and give away some swag. Today, get 2 in a row right and win a Brian Lehrer Show baseball cap or the new WNYC tote for this membership drive post-defunding that says you can't defund the truth. Today's quiz is a 10-question Greater New York Geo quiz. Do you know where things are in New York City and vicinity? Our lines are full as people finish up. You can call in and see if you can get on. We're going to start with Jay in Queens. Hey, Jay, thanks for holding on. You're on WNYC. Ready to play?
Thank you. Ready.
All right. Question 1. I'm at the only subway stop where you can catch any of the A, the C, the E, the N, the Q, the R, and the W lines, plus the 1, 2, 3, and 7 trains. Where am I?
That sounds like Times Square.
That is definitely Times Square. And I left out one subway line from that list, the Times Square shuttle from Grand Central, because I would have given it away. Question 2 for the hat or the tote. I'm at the only railroad station where you can catch either a Metro North or a Long Island Railroad train. Where am I?
That's Grand Central.
That is Grand Central. Okay, those first two were pretty easy because they were iconic locations. But we thought some people might get that one wrong because it's very recent, last couple of years, that the LIRR goes into Grand Central and not just Penn Station. Jay, do you want the You Can't Defund the Truth tote or the Brian Lehrer Show baseball cap?
I already have the cap, so I'll take the tote.
Jay, thank you very much for playing. Hang on there. Let's go next to George in Riverdale. Hi, George. Ready to play?
Yes, good morning, Brian. Isn't Atlantic Avenue also the IRT and the Long Island Railroad?
Yeah, but it's not all those other subway lines, right? And it's not Metro North.
Okay. All right. The question, I'm just trying to figure out. I thought you said something different. Yes, I'm ready to play.
Question 3. We did a segment recently about rail trails around the documentary that premieres on PBS tonight, From Rails to Trails. We talked almost entirely about rail trails as places where you can ride your bike. But the most well-known rail trail in New York City doesn't allow bikes at all. Where am I?
It's the High Line, and I was fortunate enough in the early 70s to ride in a car from the New York Central or Conrail in those days on the line before it was abandoned.
Kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
The High Line is right. Question 4 for the baseball cap or the tote. I'm at a place in New Jersey where giants roam the earth and jets land on the ground, and much of the world will be watching for part of next year. Where am I?
Well, it's the Meadowlands. I think not down. It's not. I'll say it's in Newark, apparently, in the Meadowlands area.
Well, I'm going to give it to you because you were right the first time. It's not in Newark. And the Meadowlands is what sometimes people refer to more in the old days as MetLife Stadium, where the Giants and Jets play football, and TV viewers in at least 60 countries, from what I read, will be able to watch next year when some of the World Cup soccer tournament is played there. So, yeah, MetLife Stadium in the Meadowlands, more or less. George, do you want... Go ahead.
I'll choose the tote bag. If I may just give you an additional piece of trivia.
Sure.
When Newark was started, it was a series of islands, only 2 of them. One of them is in downtown where the Performing Arts Center is. And it was settled by people from Boston, both Methodists and some, I think, and that wasn't evangelicals, but it was some other group as well. But more importantly, the other one was called Oak Island. And Oak Island remains under our feet to this day. It's the only rail classification yard in the New York area. And when we go on routes 1 and 9, we go on the Turnpike, we pass over that freight yard. It's called
George,
Oak Island.
So the next time we do a New Jersey quiz, even though you live in the Bronx, Maybe you'll write it for us. Hang on, we're going to take your mailing address off the air. Let's go next to Jemeni in Queens. Jomini, am I
Hi.
saying it right? Jomini?
Yes, Germany. Yes,
All right, you ready
Germany.
to play?
Yeah. Sure.
Question 5 in this 10-question Greater New York Geo Quiz. I'm still in New Jersey. And what do all the following places have in common? Avalon, Avon, Barnegat, Wildwood, and Point Pleasant. Avalon, Avon, Barnegat, Wildwood, and Point Pleasant. They're all in New Jersey, and they all have a big thing in common.
Wow. I don't know New Jersey. Do they flood a lot?
Well, that's probably true, but, well, nice try. The answer is I'm on the Jersey Shore. Those are all Jersey Shore towns. You were on the right track, but I think not close enough. Tina in Manhattan, ready to play?
I'll give it a shot. Everybody's been so good so far.
Question 6. Now I'm in Westchester, and what do all these places have in common? Yonkers, Hastings, Dobbs Ferry, Irvington, Sleepy Hollow, Croton, and Tarrytown. What do they all have in common in Westchester?
I think they're Hudson River towns on the shore.
That is exactly right. They're Hudson River towns. They are all along the river as you travel north of the city on the east side of the river. All right, question 7 for the toad or the baseball cap. Now I'm traveling between one of those towns, Tarrytown, and Nyack. I'm traveling between Tarrytown and Nyack, driving in my car. There's only one place I could be. Where am I?
The Mario Cuomo Bridge, Tappan Zee.
Correct.
Okay.
The Mario Cuomo Tappan Zee. I think they've taken down all the Tappan Zee bridge signs now. They don't even call it both anymore. But there you go. Would you like the You Can't Defund the Truth tote bag or the Brian Lara Show baseball cap?
I have a couple of caps. I get memberships for my kids. I'll take the tote bag, please. That's great.
Thank you, Tina. Hang on. We'll take your address. Neil in Jersey City. You're on WNYC. Hi, Neil. Ready to play?
Yes.
Okay. Question 8 in this 10-question quiz. Now I'm on Long Island. In fact, I'm as far out on Long Island as you can be. Where am I?
Montauk?
Montauk is correct. Question 9 for the hat or the tote. I'm in a capital city in Greater New York where Mark Twain lived for 17 years and wrote most of his famous novels. Where am I?
I guess I have to go with a capital city, Trenton.
Nice try, being a Jersey boy, Homer there, but the answer is Hartford, the other capital city in the tri-state area besides Trenton and Albany. There's a tourist spot there that's a Mark Twain house and stuff, and yeah, that's where he wrote Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer and all that stuff. All right, let's see. We have one question left, and so when we get to this point in a quiz, if they don't divide up easily by 2, because some people have gotten some wrong, we're going to give away a hat or a tote for getting one question right. And Ken in Park Slope, you're going to have the opportunity to do that. Hi, Ken. Ready to play?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Question 10. I'm in one of the 3 boroughs where the county name is different from the borough name. Tell me any one of the 3 boroughs that could be, and the county name that it's also known by.
Well, I'm right here in Brooklyn, which is Kings County.
And that is correct. So that's the easiest baseball hat or tote bag you've ever won. Do you want the hat or the You Can't Defund the Truth tote?
I'll go with the cap.
You're getting a baseball cap, Ken. Hang on, we're going to take your address off the air. Yeah, the other 2 were Manhattan, which many of you know and many of you may not know is actually officially New York County, and Staten Island, which is officially Richmond County in the state context. And that's our 10-question quiz for today. We're going to do another quiz at the same time tomorrow that's also going to be a geo quiz, and much more to come on the Brian Lehrer Show today. Stay with us.